Alright, viewers, welcome to the DCS Mode tutorial in the Vegan. Today we're covering the BK-90 cluster munition dispenser. Now it comes in 3 flavours. You have one with just HE bomblets, one with heat bomblets, and one with a mix. In this video I'll be using the HE bomblets. I would recommend always use either the heat or the HE. Don't use the mix, just because you are kind of compromising there, and that's typically never good. Anyway, we will switch our weapon selector to attack. We will have these 2 switches up. Siri will drop 2 BK-90's at once. Imp will drop 1. Sorry, drop 2. They're designed to be dropped as a pair, so just keep that. Valve allows you to program the bombs. STD or standard will just let them like the default data, if that makes sense. So we will switch to text, then in. We'll designate waypoint 1 as a target. Now the address lines, what we need is the area is 9.2 and the altitude is 9.1, followed by numbers, obviously. So for the area 921.000 is, I believe, a long area. 922.000 is a wide area, and 923.000 is a compact area. For today, we will be using a compact area of attack. Press enter. Now we'll enter the altitude. You enter it as 9.1. Then the altitude you want, so we'll go for 300 per day. Then we'll go back to out, back to actual position, and set the master mode to AF. Now if you want, you can change the impact point of the weapons using the radar. The bombs will go to the waypoint you tell them to, that you have selected, so in this case they'll go to M1. If we had a different waypoint, it will go to that one. So let's unpause and get into it. The release parameters for these bomblets are you have to be between 50 and 500 meters, although you do have to be above the altitude you tell them to, so in this case it's 500 meters for me. You also need to be between Mach 0.5 and Mach 0.9. Also, you need to make sure to set the QFE of the target, which we've already done. Okay, we're within parameters. Unsee the trigger. So on the, I can run to autopilot just to explain this. Okay, right. So where that's flashing now, in a moment you will see a long line going from there to there. When that line crosses these two so here. So when this line gets within these 2 brackets here, we'll be within parameters drop. I'll get off autopilot for a second. I need to increase altitude too low. These might miss. I'm not really sure. I don't know if that's in parameters or not, but it might be fine. Who knows? As you can see, these bombs aren't particularly long range, but they do provide some standoff capability to begin. Okay, no, so even with my messed up flying, they did still hit. So yeah, they do have a degree of maneuverability, which is nice. Of course, you're not going to hit your like 50-mile standoff shots like you would with the JSOW, but it still has more range than like bombs or rockets or something like that, while still being an area of effect weapon, unlike the Mavericks. Of course, the longest range weapon you're going to get against ground targets is the Maverick, but they can only take on like 1 or 2 targets at once if you're lucky. Anyway, that'll be it for today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Patreon, TikTok, and YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your week.